Guys, welcome back to another video in this series of Bash programming or shell scripting. Now, in today's video, we are going to talk about return codes and exit status. So before diving right into the video, I would like to request that if you are new over here and you have not subscribed my channel yet, kindly do so. So without further ado, let's dive right into the video. So as you can see on my screen, we're going to talk about what is exit status or a return code, how to check an exit status, and what to do on the basis of status. So what you'll do, what you'll check the status, and then you'll check what is the value, 1 or 2 or something, and then on the basis of that you have to take the decision. Can we use exit status in scripts? So is it possible to use it in scripts, or you can just you just have to type it over there? We'll talk about that, and then we'll take the demo. In the demo, what we are going to do, we are going to take a few programs, and then in those programs, what we are going to do, we are going to write them and then understand how is it happening. Okay, so let us understand. So every command returns an exit status. It ranges from 0 to 255. So whenever you type a command in shell scripting, or whenever you write any kind of script, every command that gets executed in the terminal, it has a value. So that value is returned as an exit status. So this exit status, in that we have a value from 0 to 255. If you get a value which is 0, then that means that your program is successful, that your command is successful. So we take it as a success, and then apart from that, anything apart from 0 is an error condition. So if the value is not 0 and then it's 1, 2, or any other value for that matter, you'll have an you'll have an error. We can use commands like info is a command over here, and man is also a command, to understand the meaning of an exit status. So what we do is we type our commands in a console, or in a terminal. Then we type man to understand what is the meaning of that exit status. We're going to do that. Explicitly define return codes exit 0 to exit 255. So in your program, you can write exit 0, and then program is going to exit with a successful message, or you can write exit 1, exit 2 or something. You can explicitly give it in your own script. You can use exit anywhere in the shell script, and that's what we have discussed just now, that we are going to use it in our programs today, and we are going to put that in GitHub. All those scripts in GitHub, you can clone it from there, or you can write from your end. Okay, so let's dive right into the demo part and open our Visual Studio Code. So what we are going to do, we're going to go to activities, we'll go over here and we'll open our Visual Studio Code. Okay, perfect. Let me just close this. Now you can see on to the left side, I have 5 programs over here. I'll go to the exit status first, and then what I'm going to do, I'll open a terminal over here. Okay, so we're going to see what exactly is happening over here. Okay, cool. So I'm going to close this. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I'll go new terminal. Let us understand. So where are we right now? I'll do just pwd over here, which means the present work directory. I'm already here, so this is great. Let's do an ls over here. I have to go to this file cd05, hit tab, enter, and you can see that we are here. Perfect. Now do an ls over here. We have 5 programs. We can see all that. Let me clear this and let's run this. Okay, so sh01, hit tab, and you can see. Now what we are going to do is, you can see this is hash shebang, you can say it. This is the first thing that you already have to write. What I'm going to do over here is I'm doing an ls in no such folder. What is happening over here? There is nothing known as no or such or folder. There is no such folder. It means I do not have a directory over here which has a name no inside that such inside that folder. So there is no such folder over here. So what I'm going to do is, if I'm going to do an ls over here, you can see there is no such directory over here. Okay, now what is happening? It is trying to find the folder with the name no, inside that a folder named such, inside that a folder named folder. Because there is nothing like that over here, it is going to throw an error that no such file or directory. And this command, or this, you can say dollar and question mark sign, gives you the exit status, which is 2. So you can see that no such file or directory has been printed, and then exit status is 2. So I hope you have understood. Had it been this no such folder over here, it would have given the exit status 0. It's trying to ls over here, list it over here. Okay, let's move on to the next program. So in the next program, what is happening over here? Same thing starts from here. We are going to ping www.google.com. You can just remove this as well. It will work in the same way. We are going to ping the host with 2 attempts. So 2 attempts that we are going to send 2 packets and then $host, which is this. Now I'm using if condition over here. If we get this, whatever the status code is, we're going to match it to 0. So 0 means the successful, as I have already told you. And if it is successful, then I'm going to print this. Otherwise, if it's not successful, I'm going to print this. So let's run it. Let me just 02, hit tab, sorry, sh02, hit tab. And you can see that it has been pinged. So ping www.com, 2 packets, one is this, one is that, 1 and 2 sequence. You can see ICMP sequence. So we have given 2 over here, that's why it has given. And now what it has said, www.google.com is reachable. Why? Because the condition has met this status. Now if I am going to give, let's say googly, okay, because it does not make any sense, so I'm going to print that. So let's see what happens. I'm going to save this. I'm going to run this again. Let me just clear this. I'm going to run this again. And you can see, okay, maybe there is something known as googly as well. So let's just, what we can do is, instead of com, I'll give com successes. So let's see what happens over here. Ping google.com ss name or service not known, the host this is not reachable. So it means that it is not reachable and it has matched the condition and has printed else. So this is how you work it out. Let me just go back. Let's go to the return code. Now I'll just clear this so that you guys can see properly. It's exactly the same code with a minor difference. What I'm doing over here, given the host same name, ping -c, 2 is the number of packets we are sending, host, return code. I'm already saving it in a variable. Previously what we were used to doing, we were doing that we were not saving it over anywhere. Okay, now this is in a variable form. So here return code contains the exit status which is already present. So it's a good habit. Just type your comments over here and then it is easier for you to understand the program and it's a good programming habit. Okay. Now I'm going to match the same echo if the host is not reachable. So it would be reachable. Instead of google.com, you can type microsoft.com as well if you want. Okay, so I'm going to run sh03, hit tab, enter, and you can see it has sent 2 packets over here. If you want to see how it works in real scenario, you can make it 3, save, clear, and run it again, and you can see 3 packets, first packet, second packet, and 3 packets, and it is transmitted, and then it means that your host is reachable. It's exactly the same program, just a minor thing. Okay, let me just remove this for the sake of program, save it. Let's go to RC wait. So we are going to wait over here by using -w over here. Okay, so now let's run this program. sh04, hit tab, enter, and you can see that it has echoed something over here, echoed something over here. Okay, so in the first, third to fourth line, what it's doing, it's going to ping google.com. So it has pinged google.com, it has waited for some time, and then these are the statistics. The status code is 0, which is this, which means it is successful. But this anything.microsoft.com is, it does not exist. That's why it has given status code 2, name or service not known. So this is how it works. So I was trying to tell you that what is a man command do, we discussed in the presentation. So let's understand this. So if I type man over here, sorry, man. Okay, now these are the name, synopsis, description, and a lot of things. If you want to move forward, what you can do is you can just type n. It'll take you forward. You can just scroll through and see what is the pattern over here, numeric output and stuff. I'll just push this. You can see over here. And if you want to find something, what you can do is give a slash over here and type code over here, hit enter. It will show you services code point DSCP in RFC this and this. So it will tell you a lot of things about that. Okay, now what you can do is you can just hit enter again if you want to find. Let me do it again, code. Now you can see this. So what I can see over here is if ping does not receive any reply packets, all of it will be exit code 1. If the packet count and deadline are both specified and fewer than count packets are received at the time of the deadline arrive, it will exit with code 1. On the other hand, exits code 2, this and this. So you can go through it and understand how it is. Through man command, you can study about the ISMP packet details, a lot of other things. If you want to go through, you just have to type and you can go through it. Okay, so this is one way of doing it. Now let me go back. So I'll just type Q over here and I'm back. Perfect. So I hope you have understood the man command as well. Okay, and let's go to the last program for today. So what we are going to do, we are going to use ampersand. We are going to use or, which is pipe or something, you can say pipe. So what we are going to do, we are going to use it over here. So as you already know in the operator that it is going to match both these condition and give a exit status, and then sometimes I call status, sometimes I call status, please don't get confused. You can say anything. Okay, and in this what is going to do, it is the bar or command, or you can say the pipe. So what it is going to do, it is going to match this condition or this condition, and it'll show the status accordingly. Okay, so let's just run this and understand what exactly is happening over here. So let me type, as I said, 05 tab enter. Now you can see there is a new folder got created, LogicOps lab over here. It was not there, and when I ran it, it happened. So what happened in the fifth line? It has created a folder name as, or a directory name as LogicOps lab, which is this. And the second condition, cp is copy hyphen v 04 hyphen v is for verbose 04. This is the rc wait. This is the name of the file that I'm going to copy, which is this 04 to the directory LogicOps lab with this name, and this has been copied, which means this condition has been fulfilled and this condition also has been fulfilled, which means exit status 0. Both the condition has been fulfilled. Now in the case of or, what it has done is copied this rc wait sh, which is this, to this folder by a different name, so exit status.sh, and it has given this over here. So we have just changed the name, so this condition has been fulfilled. Just pay attention, this condition has been fulfilled, and in this we have done the any other thing, LogicOps lab, and you can see the folder name is different over here. This is not logic, this is LogicOps labs, this is not LogicOps lab, and there is no such folder. So this means this condition has failed. Now it has given me the exit status 0. Why? 0 is success. Why it has given? Because we have used or over here. Now if I give labs over here, okay, and then save it. Now I'll just delete this because I'm going to create it again. So I'll just delete this folder. Okay, perfect. Let me just clear it and then let's see how it works. Enter, and you can see the exit status is now 1. Why? Because no such file or directory. So both the condition has not been fulfilled, which means that exit status should be 1 because there is an or. But if I give lab over here, one of the condition is fulfilled and it will run perfectly fine. Now if I'm going to run it again, it can say it cannot create the directory because file already exists, which is this folder already exists. Now it has given the status of 1. I hope you guys have understood it because it has failed. Okay, so I think this is perfect and we have understood the 5 programs that we have discussed today, and exit status and the error code, how to use the man command, how to take decisions based on the exit status or your return code. Okay, so thanks guys. If there is anything, feel free to comment below and we will address that. So thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video.